I asked ChatGPT to build me a living ant colony, completely out of code. But I had one rule. The ants could not just run around randomly and pretend to be alive. They needed actual jobs, actual needs, and a colony that had to earn every stage of growth. So I started the simulation and watched. It begins underground with one queen, 6 workers, and 7 pieces of brood. Their food is limited, the nest is tiny, and every new ant costs resources. If the workers cannot feed the colony, its growth simply stops. At first, none of the ants know where the food is. A scout has to leave the nest, search the surface, and discover it. This scout eventually finds breadcrumbs, marks the location, and creates the colony's first pheromone trail. Other ants can now follow that route instead of searching blindly. Each worker chooses a job based on what the colony actually needs. Scouts search when food sources are unknown. Foragers collect food when the stores are running low. Nurses care for the eggs and larvae, while diggers appear when the nest needs more space. That is what stops this from being a group of ants moving around for no reason. Once enough food comes home and the workforce grows, the original nest becomes too small. Diggers begin excavating a granary, and that yellow ring shows their real construction progress. When the chamber is finished, the colony gains more storage and more room to grow. Later, they even dig a deeper nursery for the developing brood. Then the weather changes. The storm itself is a planned event, but the response is not a pre-recorded animation. Every ant on the surface abandons its current task and runs back toward the entrance. The trails close, food collection stops, and the colony has to survive on whatever the workers stored beforehand. When the rain finally passes, the surface opens again, new seeds have been exposed, flowers begin producing nectar, and scouts rebuild the supply routes. Meanwhile, the queen keeps laying eggs, eggs become larvae, larvae become pupa, and eventually completely new workers join the colony and choose jobs of their own. The part I like most is that this is not one long animation pretending to be a simulation. It is lots of small rules affecting each other. Food affects the brood affects the workforce affects construction, and construction changes how large the colony can become. Even the camera follows whichever ant genuinely triggers an event. By the end, those first 6 workers have become a functioning underground colony with nurseries, food stores, active trails, and dozens of ants keeping everything alive. And this is only the first version. So what should I add next? Predators, a rival colony, or winter? Let me know, because I want to build one of them.